Hi everyone, Mary here at Espresso Press Design. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's very nice here. I could hardly believe it when I saw 70 degrees for the temperature for November. Very happy about that. So again, thank you for stopping by, and today we're going to do the scrapboard book. I saw this on one of my groups, Mixed Media Emporium, and it was made by Martha. She was filling in for the leader of the group, and I'm going to post her video. And then she was inspired by someone else named Drew Steinbrecher, and this is how he makes his art books. So I'm also going to post that video. I have an Etsy share, and then we'll get started. Not much new this week. I've been I did one little mini book. Started one little mini book that I'm going to, that's a little belly band, and that's about, I'm going to put these little photos in here somehow. I don't know how yet. And then I'm going to make a few more projects for this particular kit, and I thought I would try with one less light and see if that improves the color, because I saw that light can apparently wash out color, and I have it very bright in here because I like to craft in a very bright room. So I thought I would these are printed on two different types of paper, and that's another thing I was going to maybe do another little video on, and see, so that I can show you the different effects of different paper and different printers, but that's for another day. So here is my Etsy share. When I made by Martha and Drew Steinbrecher, used Mixed Media to do this project. So again, when I first saw it, I thought it was the ultimate scrap buster. And then I pretty much used all the scraps I wanted to dispose of. And in addition, I already have a collage board book. So I thought I would make this for my daughter, and she would probably like something a little more artistic. So originally I thought I would use my stamping foam, make some things, but the better product that works with the stamping foam are large ink pads, and all of mine are vintage colors. So I wasn't ending up with the colors I liked. So in the end I gave up and decided, well, you know what, I'm just going to buy some jelly prints. So this is what is leading to my Etsy share. So I bought 24 digital collage jelly print pages from Penny Rose Journals, and she is from Mandurah, Australia. It's my second Aussie for an Etsy share. And I do have another jelly print person I'm going to buy as well. But this one was a little more colorful. So I'm going to see if I can post into playlists. But that's who it is. And there's 24 jelly prints in this. And you can see my review on her site. They come in JPEG and PDF. It was a zip, I believe. Yeah, it was a zip. And I only printed 3 here to show, because that's all I really think I'll be needing for today. Very nice, very colorful, different styles, and there are a few more in the book. So there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. So this is today's project, and I'm going to start a little bit backwards because I wanted these pages to dry overnight. So you will need a child's board book, and as I said originally, I thought, oh boy, that's going to make the ultimate scrap buster. And then you're going to need your whatever you will want to be covering the pages with, which I'm going to be tearing these up here in a little bit, these remaining ones. I have some leftovers, some painted book pages, scraps. I grabbed some wrapping paper. Wrapping paper would be great because it's usually pretty thin. There's some more wrapping paper. This is birthday, but these little things, maybe I can use those for a colorful something. Okay, and then you're going to need some type of glue. She used mixed matte acrylic to get her pages down. I used regular glue because this was left in a bottle and I want the bottle. So I mixed it a little with water. I wanted to see if that worked without warping the pages. And I also didn't care if it was regular glue. It gets all stiff because the pages are a board book anyway. And nothing warped. Everything seems to be adhered really well. You might need a piece of wax paper or parchment paper to put between your pages. And then that's about it. So what I'm going to show you is that I basically went every other page, so I didn't have to worry about putting something between. I'm going to show you how I removed these edges from the page as opposed to how they did. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about, I can already tell it's starting to get gator mouth. I'm probably going to have to fix that as per their recommendation, which is that you just put a little slit in the spine. I'll show you how the spine is here. See how the spine is? And I'm probably going to put a slit down one side or the other of the spine, and that will open it up, and then I won't have the gator. Now you will not be putting a lot in these books. They're mostly for collage. That's why I'm giving it to my daughter. She does a lot of little anime drawings, and I thought she might like it to put some of those in there. But as we start, I'll tell you some other ideas I had for it. Now, Made by Martha used scissors to trim her edges. Oh, that needs stuck a little bit. And today I might also try some glue stick to see how that's going to work. Yeah. I think maybe I shouldn't have put so much water in my glue. Plus this is just cheap glue from the Dollar Tree, so who knows. So maybe I'll just do like one squirt. See how that works. See how a glue stick works. I'm pretty sure if you might have to rough up the pages a little bit, as they are glossy usually. Well, I've never seen any that weren't glossy. But anyway, how I removed my edges, get a little nail file or a piece of sandpaper, and I did it as a way I saw people who do decoupage, and I just sand the edge, wait until it's dry. Hopefully this isn't dull already. I was too lazy to go sorting through the garage for a piece of sandpaper. And I already keep these down here. I do have a new one, but it's coming. Okay. And that one is right on the edge already, so I'm going to have to sorry if this is making a noise that you might not like. So I'm doing what you would do at the end. In the beginning. So that you can see that that really works pretty quick and easy. No using the utility knife and no trying to, well, I tore a little piece off there, but that's okay. And if you wanted to gesso these pages first, you could. And I do have Modpodge matte, but I don't know can't remember if that would leave that tacky Mod Podge feeling or not. So I didn't want to try it. Okay. So there you see, you're going to get a lot of you're going to get sand dust, obviously, but that is definitely a way to trim those edges without a lot of hassle. Okay, so let me tear some pages here, and I was not overthinking this in any way, shape, or form. So I'm just going to fold and tear. And I'll show you how to do a couple pages. And then that's pretty much it for how you compose these books. And I personally thought this would be a great project with kids. And another thing I thought, when she suggested wrapping paper, these little books would be a great way to, if you're a Christmas wrapping paper collector like I am, and you've run out of ways to use it, and you have stacks of it, which I do, but you still love Christmas paper and you like to save it, this would be a great way to just save those little samples so you can enjoy them. But without taking up so much space. This would have been a project I would have done with my daughter when she was younger if I had known about it. And I didn't want to pre-tear these pages so that you could see them and how colorful they are. And there's a whole bunch of different ranges of colors. So I kind of stuck with two families. But there's pink, there's red, there's a whole bunch of blues. Very nice selection, I thought. And of course I was drawn to the leaves. So maybe I'll tear this one a different way. See what we have. And she has a couple examples. With different styles, and then that Drew also has a few examples of his own style. But I really don't have any intention of buying a jelly plate in the near future, and I don't know if that's something that's for me anyway. If I do mixed media, it's usually for small things, and usually it's probably going to be watercolor more often than jelly plate or acrylic. I'm just kind of at the point where I don't like the mess anymore. That's why I like paper crafting. It's just glue and paper. That's probably also why I haven't invested in a heat gun and embossing powder. Pretty soon I'll be getting into the glitter. Oh, and the other thing I forgot, do not go up to your seam or your page edge. Give a little bit of distance, and then he and she used tissue paper to hide that. Oh, plus give it a little more strength. So, yeah. And then once if you have to split your edge, you're going to have something to redo your spine, whether you choose tape, fabric, whatever you might choose. Okay. So I'm just gonna use up this little bit of glue here. And I can tell already that's too liquidy. Let me add a little more glue. And then the next page I might just do glue stick. But yeah, I wanted to see if there would be any bubbling or any buckling. And I didn't notice any in particular. So you see I have a little bit of space there. And you're going to need a card. Smooth down your pages. I think that'll work. But yeah, as soon as I saw this, the next day I went out to look for a board book. And now that's been, I don't know how many weeks ago. And I decided on the other scrap busters instead, as I attempted to do my own mixed media. And this is just a clean off page from something. Oops. I did not get very much bubbling or anything like that, even using wet glue. That page is pretty wet, let me tell you. Yeah, it's pretty wet. Now, some decoupage, they wet their edge and then they use the sandpaper. You could try that too. Okay. And then see, I got a little seepage. So you're going to want to watch for that. So I'm going to skip a few pages here and do another one. What do I have here? Cool. Let's try warm. And I didn't even care. I might cut this white edge off, but I didn't care about the top and the bottom white edges. So you don't even have to be so precise to do this project. I said I was going to try glue stick. Let's try it, see what happens. I think it'll work, but... And I printed these on the lightest weight copy paper. But generally I've moved away from glue stick because I've found if you don't use the lightest weight copy paper, within a couple years, I went back and seen some things, some little embellishments that were glued on and they were coming loose. So I think I have a tendency to agree. No, that's not going to work. That, yeah, let's do that. That, glue is better, or some other medium. Unless you're using the lightest weight paper on the planet, which, like napkin or something, tissue. So, yeah, kind of moving on from so much glue stick. Okay, this is thin enough paper. That's not going anywhere. I'm quite sure. Let's see. This has words on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm checking to make sure. That also has a little glob of glue on the edge that I probably don't want. But yeah, can't you see? Can't you see the day if you just want to get rid of a whole bunch of scraps? How helpful this is going to be. At least I thought so. That's why I immediately went out and bought a board book. even double. Yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere. And this, using glue stick, you might be able to trim right away. Let's see. So I hope everyone's having a great week. I've had another busy week, but I've also been trying to stay away from the computer because even though I'm doing those exercises, my arm still hurts the minute I sit down at the computer. And I'm finding the only thing that's really helping, oh, that one went right away. The only thing that's really helping is rest. And that's why I've decided also to try to do these videos on Friday, so I'm not at the computer 7 days a week working. This isn't my only job, and it's not my only videos, and I had been trying to do all videos on the weekend, and I forget how long, a year, 2 years. It's kind of getting to me. I have to take the weekend off like a normal person. Although I thought my schedule was doable, in the end, I guess it's catching up with me too much. Because you wouldn't think videos take the work that they do, but they do. I personally think this is 10 times easier than sitting there with a utility knife or trying to maneuver scissors around that edge. Let me make sure. Yeah, I have a little coming up in the corners, so I'm just going to take some regular glue, get that back down. That one's fine. That one's needs a little glue. Well, that's pretty. So yeah, if you, and then you can also go over this with matte medium, especially if you're thinking of doing a Another technique on top. I'm quite sure you could get away with putting gesso on the pages as well. Piece there. So this is an excellent, the mother of all scrapbook, the mother of all scrap busters. Just very nice if you want to just have a little play. This page is still quite wet. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to split that spine. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. Those are very pretty. Head out, get some board books. I really wanted to try the wrapping paper. Let's see if there's somewhere I can sneak a little piece. Might look nice on that page. I wanted to add something with that. It's not going to be straight, I know that. Let's see if we can tear this without, of course not, you know how wrapping paper is. Let's see if that doesn't look ridiculous. I think that'll work. I should probably tear the other edge. Let me do that. Oh jeez. Let me get a bigger piece of torn edge. Wrapping paper is a nightmare. Okay, I think that'll add a little something. I think this one I'm just going to do on this side. That's the thing. Another thing I wanted to say is I am reconfiguring my room and getting my house in order before I begin Christmas cards and all that. And that's another thing. I have to get this. My mother-in-law's out pretty soon here. Last year it took 50 days for her Christmas card to get to Italy. Her Christmas package, not card. But that's what I wanted to say. I think when you start out, you just want to try everything. And that's fine. If you're trying something new, you don't really know what your style is. That's cool. That actually goes pretty well together. You don't know what your style is, and as you're trying to discover your style, the journey, the joy is in the journey. But at some point you kind of reach your destination. So as with, you know, the jelly plate and the mixed media, I kind of know the things I like to do and the things I don't think I'm going to do, and the things I want to invest in and the things I should have invested in and wish I would have, instead of waste. You know, well, I'm not going to say it was a waste, but the things I should have invested in, you know, now I realize I'm going to make those things a priority. But the joy is in the journey, and this little book is part of the journey. And I'm discovering that there are a lot of ways that I could use this type of thing. I could just, I'm like this one woman that I saw recently. There are some papers that I just think are too beautiful, and I'll probably never want to give them away. So, a book like this, or even a little bigger, that might be just the ticket to keep those lovely papers. And again, as with wrapping paper and all those little things that are just, maybe you just want to do a book of styles, book of layouts. This would be good for that. But nevertheless, it is one excellent scrap buster. And I will not be forgetting about this technique. So, okay, where are we? 40 again. This is getting longer than I wanted. But, yeah, I think it's very nice. And that is, again, Penny Rose Journals. Mandurah, Australia, 24 digital collage jelly print pages. And I think she had more than one collection. So this was 24. And you can see my review on that page. And just one thing in closing, I don't want to bring down anyone's day. Saw that. Someone thinks I'm depressed. Well, whatever. You can walk a few miles in my shoes and then you'll, most people probably wouldn't even get up. But a friend and one of my daughter's friends in school, and it was also one of her teachers, passed away yesterday. Very lovely woman, and will be leaving her daughter, who's an only child. So my heart goes out to her and her family. She had been having some health issues, well, most of her life, let me put it that way. But she was still in school, and her death was sudden and unexpected. But lovely woman, and I'd like to give a little tribute to her. I'll be praying for her family and thinking very much of her daughter, who is the same age as my daughter. So they've kind of grown up together, and it's a loss that's our family is feeling today. Okay, Thanks everyone for your time. I'll see you next time. Have a great week. Try this project. Think of other ways you can use it, and just have fun. See you next time. Bye.